apply all those classes and save. And there we go. So now we have it back. Now another thing we could do is the item itself. So this stuff right here. Now you can't have the group, you can't put group in a custom class or we're going to get an error in our compiler. So what we'll do is just grab this stuff and change it, and we'll have a class of item. All right, so let's do that. We'll go under item container and just say item, paste that in, and we should be good. Right? Oh, we need to apply, sorry. There we go. Okay, and then the last thing I want to do is the, well, we could do the text as well, but let's do the gradient because this is a lot. And yeah, we'll get this right here and switch that for item. Whoops, what'd I do? We want to take all this, say item dash gradient. And then we'll create a class here called item dash gradient. And then we want to apply all those classes, and we should have the same result. And then for the H5, I'm trying to think, are these going to be all the same? I'm pretty sure they are. Or they might not be just because of how they're placed with the image. So let's, hang on, let me just check this real quick. Yeah, you know what? The H5s, and these are the only H5s on the page. So what we'll do is grab this, all these classes on this H5, cut them, and then we won't even have a class. We'll just put it as a default in the H5. So we'll save that. That's going to mess up for a second, but if we come back in here, let's go up here and let's do layer base, since we're doing a heading, and we'll say H5, and then we want to apply. So apply that, and there we go. So now the whole item, this whole item is easier to read now. And since we have a few of these, 7 more, I think there's 8 altogether. So we need to now copy item 1. So this ends right here. I'm going to grab that. Whoops. If I can get it. So item 1, we're going to grab that. And there's 4 in one container. So right under item 1 where it ends, I'm going to paste in another one that's 2, another one that's 3, another one that's 4. Okay, and then we're going to change up. Let's see, so that's the first one. Then we have this one here, which is item 2. And we're going to have to change like the names of the images. So this one is going to be image dash, I'm just going to select the next one as well. So image dash night arcade, and let's see, this right here, we're going to change this to night arcade. All right, so let's just save this and see how it looks right now. And we're going to have all of them are deep earth except for the second one at the moment. So let's go to the third one. So this is item 3, and this is going to be image soccer team. So let's grab these and change it to soccer team, and change this right here to soccer team VR. And then the third one, fourth one, item 4, this image is going to be called image grid. So just like that, grid, and we'll call this down here, the title, the grid. Let's check it out. Cool, so let's make it smaller, see what it looks like. Great. Now we have a whole nother row, which is going to have a whole nother container. So let's go up to where we have our image container, or I'm sorry, item container, this right here. And let's find out where that ends. Right here, and we're going to grab that entire thing. Okay, the whole item container. We're going to copy that and go right below it. So I'll just say item container 2 and paste that in. Okay, so we have item container 2. If I save that, we're going to get, this is just going to be identical. Now on this, I do want some space above it, so we'll do margin top, let's do 10. All right, so we add some space, and then all we have to do is change some of this data out. All right, so this image here is going to be from above, and the text is going to be from up above VR. Okay, this one here, instead of Night Arcade, we're going to change that to Pocket. What does that say? Pocket Borealis. And then we're going to change the H5 here to Pocket Borealis. Okay, and then let's see, the third one here is going to be Image Curiosity. And we're going to change this here to the Curiosity. And then the last one, I know this is tedious, so the last one, instead of grid, it's going to be fisheye. Okay, and we'll change this text right here. We're going to change it to make it fisheye. Okay, so I know that was very tedious whenever you're doing like repetitive stuff like that, but it looks pretty cool. Now the last thing we have here is just the bottom button, which should be pretty easy since we have that BTN class. So under the H5, and we have these two divs, I'm going to go under the second div, and let's say bottom button container. So for this, we're going to use flex and justify dash center. Margin top, we'll do 10, and on medium screens, we want this to be hidden. Okay, and then in here, we can add the actual button. We're going to use the BTN class, and I'm going to just do W-full so it stretches across the screen. And again, on medium, this is going to be hidden. And we're going to say see all. Okay, so it should be formatted the same as this one, except I have it going all the way across, like that. All right, if you wanted to add a button anywhere else and have that formatting, we have that button class that we created. Okay, so in the next video, we just have, I believe, just the footer. Yeah, so we'll do the footer, and then we can start on the mobile menu.